Hey everyone, I'm Vic.
I'm Nick.
And we are Envy Board Gaming. And today we're on our quarterly review of 2021. We're going to go through some of the hits and some of the misses so far of this year. And our overall goal is to publish 4 of these in particular, one being a final review of the whole year. Nick is going to go through some stats of games we've played so far, and then we'll go back and forth with some of our favorites and some of our not so favorites.
Yeah. So this month this quarter has been fairly active, I'd say. We did have a vacation in there, but nothing. We still got some games while we're on vacation.
Yeah.
So as far as, and you know what, I had to subtract 14 games because between April when we, right now, April 1st to right now, we played 14 games.
Oh.
7 of them were unique. So only counting January 1st to April 1st, stopping at the end of March. We have played 146 games. 81 of them are unique games.
Wow.
Our most played was 7, and we had a tie, and that was Beyond Baker Street, which is a fairly quick cooperative game, so I would explain some of that. And you expect to see those type of games higher up on the list.
Yeah.
But also the Reckoners, and that was because it's a cooperative game, and we really wanted to beat it, which we did not. So
we tried really hard. If you check out our review, we'll put a card above our heads here for the Reckoners. That was a challenge.
Yeah. So that one got 7 plays as well as Beyond Baker Street, which is like Hanabi. 6 plays for The Mind. Like I said, those quick games are going to get that. And that's like a fairly new entry to our list.
Yeah.
5 plays. We had a tie. We had a bunch at 5, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5 is the sweet spot for us.
If we like it, yeah. Carpe Diem hit 5. Clank Legacy, which we're playing with Tim and Alyssa, our friends. We got to play that 5 times already this year. Awesome. Dune Imperium got 5 plays, and Praga Kaput Radny got 5 plays. Strangely enough, we have nothing with 4 plays. That's really weird.
Don't like it.
We have, right now, if I were to check it, we do have 2 games that have 4 plays. But we just played them that put it over the top. They were Lorenzo Il Magnifico and I believe something else. I can't remember right now. Deception.
Okay.
Murder in Hong Kong. So they didn't hit the list. 3 plays, we have a few, and then we had a bunch at 2 and 1, obviously. But 3 plays, I'll go over real quick. We played Everdell 3 times, Maracaibo, Paladins of the West Kingdom, and Tang Garden, all 3 times. So we're going to go and break this up and talk about different topics as far as maybe what's our favorite of the year, what's our favorite new to us, and so forth. So we're going to start with Vic, favorite new to you game.
So new to me is gotta be Tang Garden. And Tang Garden was new because we actually, I'll preface this, we did play it digitally. Okay?
That's true.
We did play it digitally. I'm thinking about this right now as I'm speaking. But it was new to me that we physically got to touch the tiles and look at the pieces, and they're 3-dimensional, very beautiful game. And to me, it felt like an all-new game because digitally, it wasn't quite the same.
No.
You know what I mean? It didn't have that appeal that I really liked about the game. And it is a tricky game, and I think I won a game, so that's always a positive to win. And had a lot of fun playing it. And so Tang Garden is my favorite new to me game.
Nice. I did not expect you to pick that one. Like you said, it wasn't new to us, but
Yeah.
I will give you some slack there. It's
Okay.
it's one of those games that has just an appearance that
Yeah.
you've got to put it in almost. Like it's like it feels like a whole new game, like you said, than the one we played.
Yeah.
Just for looks alone. Favorite new to me game was Rajas of the Ganges, which we played at in Tempe in Snakes and Lattes.
Yeah.
And I loved that game. I thought it was great. I wouldn't say it was a runaway winner. It was very close. There was quite a few games that were right neck and neck with it. But Rajas, and it could have been the experience too, just being out there.
Being on vacation.
Picking up a new game while we're on vacation.
Yeah.
Day 1. That obviously didn't hurt it. But I feel like the game is going to stand on its own. I don't own it yet, but that's one I'm going to probably purchase here soon.
I had fun playing that with you and learning it on the fly. It was great.
Yeah, it worked out well. Let's jump to, how about games that improved the most?
Okay.
Or game that improved the most?
So a game for me that improved the most in this quarter was Seasons. Seasons for me, I didn't remember having so much fun with it. And there's some meanness, and I looked at Nick and I cried a little bit, some little panic attack with some of the stuff that he did. But it was a lot of fun the times we played it, and love those chunky dice. Love the components of it, and just we played it at 2, so we've never played it with more than 2 players. It's not a 2-player only? No, it's not. We have a review for that game if you want to check it out. Have a card above our heads here. But Seasons was definitely the most improved game for me.
And we played that. We gave it the review before the improvement. So that score is probably going to be bumped up quite a bit.
Skyrocket.
Do you know what your score was about? What would you think it was? If you had to guess.
No, we should have done some homework before. Now you're going to blush.
No,
yeah, I should have.
I think I had a 6.5.
Yeah, maybe I gave it a 7 something.
Okay.
But now it would be in the 8s for me because I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I really liked it.
Nice.
What about you? Most improved? Who is?
I wrote 3 down.
Oh.
But I'm gonna rank them for you. I'm not gonna get a cop out.
I didn't know you could do that. Jeez.
You want to think about more?
No.
At first I had a really hard time between the 3, and then I started weeding them out. And I said, well, I want to mention why and the names. So number 3 was Parks. That's because of the Nightfall expansion.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that one I dinged it. Not to give it the number 1 or 2 spot because it relied on an expansion. Well, Biblios did not rely on an expansion.
Yeah, I was
Biblios,
that one too. That was in my list of what I was...
Biblios was in the sell pile. It is no longer in the sell pile. It is resurrected. On vacation, we played it a few times, and I thought the game was way better than I remembered. And we've played it at the complement of 4 players even, and it was still way better this time than I remembered it being.
Yeah.
It has a very cool auctioning bidding mechanism. I love it, and it's not leaving. Number 1 is a crossover. It's Seasons. Seasons is my number 1 as well. Nice. It did not rely on any expansion that we added or anything like that. Just the way you're divvying up those cards, and it just grew on me. In our review, I mentioned those chunky dice. I'm like, this is the coolest dice I own.
Yeah,
I love those
they are.
dice.
They're badass.
And now Vic has come around, and she loves those dice too. They're vibrant, nice colors to them. Everything it's cool. So Seasons was my number 1 most improved game. Now let's talk about the opposite. What game went downhill for you?
Well, I'm really sad to say this because this was a game that I would often say to Nick, anytime he said, what game do you want to play or what game should we bring? I would say Chimera Station. Always Chimera Station. And we played it before our last review and it fell so flat for me. And I scored it kind of low, lower than even Nick remarked in the video, lower than he anticipated I was going to score it. And I guess I just felt like there wasn't much going on in the game enough, like to really stimulate me. It just didn't seem to have as much appeal as I thought it did. And even like the snapping together of the stuff lost its kind of novelty to me. I don't know.
I think I scored it higher than you even when it came time.
You did.
The game that you asked for all the time is the game I scored higher.
I used to pester him.
I still think the game's good, but it didn't fall at all for me. So it fell for Vic, and that was clear in the review because I gave it a higher score.
What's fallen out of favor for you? What's declined?
This would be hard to guess, I imagine. It's a cooperative game. It climbed and fell so fast, it was crazy. You know what it is?
Gloomhaven?
No. Oh. Forgotten Waters.
Oh, yeah.
Forgotten Waters, we haven't reviewed it. And I want to play it again. Don't get me wrong. I do want to keep playing. There's something about it. Something about the way it resets. It doesn't sit well with me when I finish my thing. Then I get to do another thing. I don't know. Something isn't sitting right with me here. It started out so promising. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, the first play we had.
I'm like, oh, okay. Don't expect much. Don't expect it to be this. A lot of decisions to it and whatnot.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, straightforward game.
But then something with the reset didn't sit right with me.
And what do you mean by reset? Are you
finishing out, once you're done with your character and you're finishing out, now, like, that happened way too quick. Like, now I'm done. Like, I connected everything, now that's it.
Yeah.
You finish out those constellations real quick, and you're left like, oh, this is a finished character now? We just
because there's so many ways to get those stars. Like, there's cards that give it to you, and the constellation,
you get them pretty easily.
Abilities, yeah. Are we wrong? I don't think we're playing it wrong, are we?
Well, we haven't reviewed it, so I don't think so, though. I think we pretty much read the rule verbatim. But whatever, it went down. It climbed up pretty fast and went down pretty fast.
I can see how it could have, I mean, we also had an experience, like, I think it depends on the game, the group that you're playing with, because I don't think it was maybe as fun depending on who we were playing it with if people aren't into it, and that kind of vibe would resonate. Like, if people don't understand or really see the point in the actions that they're doing.
Plus, we've reset it now 3 times with 3 different groups.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help.
Yeah.
You just kind of want to stick with the group, get it played through, then maybe revisit
That's true, because we keep going back to the first mission and stuff like that.
Yeah, try to introduce more people to it. So maybe that didn't help it either.
Plus, I think you were a little bit frazzled. I don't want to say that, but the app, you were the one trying to figure it out of where you were and, like, where to start, and it was really hard to figure that out.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have been,
yeah.
but that's an us problem, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess I can see that when you very first start the game, you don't really know what entry to put in. It doesn't kind of walk you through it. You're like, oh, but eventually you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It just doesn't jump right out at you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Best experience so far, first quarter.
So the best experience for me has been playing Clank Legacy. We have a group, a couple that we've been playing it with, Tim and Alyssa, shout out again.
2 in 1 video.
Yeah. We've been playing with them over the past few months, and I didn't think I would enjoy it because of, and I guess this goes into like an improved or something as well kind of thing, because the game Clank, I played the basic game Clank, and I just thought it was okay, but it's so fun with this group of putting, like, making stuff up on the cards, and some of the stuff is so silly that we've written out on the board and on the cards, and in the future when we play that game, I just think about how weird it's going to be to find those cards and like resurrect them, and why is that town named that, and why is that character named that, and it's just been fun, and I've had some wins. I think maybe once I won, once or twice, and it's just the drama of getting trapped below, below level in the dungeon, and it's just been in the dragon attack. Yeah, just fun, good experience for me.
Spoiler: when we review that, when we're finished, and I think we're 8 done, 8 through, 8 of them, I think that's
8
right.
or 9,
8 or 9,
that's
right. Yeah, 8 or 9 done. As soon as we're done with that, it's gonna get a positive review, because we're loving it. Maybe the ending won't be as good, but we'll see. And yeah, we're really enjoying our plays with that. Vic was referencing some things that maybe were like inside jokes here and there, and some things that are not safe for work, some things that are. All our towns are named after oil places like Jiffy Lube and so forth, Duke of Oil, and all our towns are like that. Anyway, I can't disagree with that. That's been a great experience. I didn't pick that because to me that was 5 plays, so that'd be 5 experiences. That's why I didn't pick it. I'm not criticizing. It's hard to knock you for that because that's a good pick. Each one is a good experience. Yeah. You could have picked any one.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad one. Like, there's been no time that we played and I was sitting there like, I can't wait for this to end. Yeah,
and maybe that's like the best experience in a game and not necessarily of a sitting. I'm doing a sitting.
Ooh, I misunderstood.
No, it's fine.
All right.
I don't care.
Okay.
Clank Legacy got that. All right?
Okay.
Mine was Lords of Hellas.
Oh, yeah.
Lords of Hellas was so fun.
That was a consideration for me.
So Lords of Hellas, when I'm thinking about that, normally when you play a game like that, there's a lot of, a lot of thoughts, a lot of carefulness in your decisions. But in this game, we were able to chat, get to know another couple, and we had a great time playing off. There was smooth. For what that game is, which is a little finicky. Some of the rules are not that simple, especially when you're fighting different things. But it went smooth, and it was real fun. I didn't care who won. I was just having a great time playing and chatting with people, which isn't what I normally do. I normally don't chat that much, especially in a game like Lords of Hellas. I'm chatting in games that aren't that involved.
Nick's strictly business.
Yeah, I'll chat with you during Stone Age or something. But Lords of Hellas, like, oh, man, if I do that and I do that, I want to go for this victory because there's multiple ways to win Lords of Hellas. Anyway, that gameplay was so smooth, and the game is so good. The company was excellent, and everything was clicking that day. We were leaving for vacation after that, too, so everything was like everything was
firing on all cylinders there.
Yeah, everything was really good.
Yeah.
So Lords of Hellas for me, and that was with Andrew and Sam. So another shout out.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So this brings us to the best game of the quarter, the one that is the cream of the crop.
The best, period. Regardless if it's new to us, it's our tried and true. It doesn't matter.
Had the most fun with. And for me, this was hard. This was difficult because there were so many games, you know. Nick said we did, how many was it?
146, yeah.
146 games. So if you can imagine me thinking about all these games.
88 unique ones, though.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Okay. 446 plays and 88 unique games. So still a lot for my little brain to think through. And so I picked Maracaibo. Maracaibo, I noticed that we played it consecutively on multiple days, and you know, once we leave games out sometimes on the table, we just keep going back to it, and just fun. It's a fun game. You get to move around. I mean, we have a review for it. We'll put a card above. You can check out that game if you're interested. Beautiful board, nice colors, and good competition between Nick and I. It's never really a runaway. I mean, it probably has been. I don't want to say never, but not that I can recall it being ever like discouraging. I always felt like I was in the action. So yeah, Maracaibo for me, my best game.
That's a top 5 for me, I would say. I love Maracaibo. I want to play it right now. My pick is going to be no surprise. Underwater Cities wins again. I've rated this on the channel at 9.3, which is huge for me. You know, I don't give out 10s or 9.5, so I'd give that one 9.5. That was for expansion. 9.3 was my rating for Underwater Cities, so it's no surprise that's my favorite game that we've played in the last 3 months. Just a magnificent game. Something about the card play mixed with the worker placement. I don't know. That just clicks for me. That game just clicks. Even when you're picking your cards, I love picking different cards and seeing how it's going to intermingle with the board, which one's the best one, what strategies do I want to go for.
Engines and things you can build out where you have all those A actions. And then
that too.
Yeah, I know. I love the A actions. I'm a sucker for the A's.
She is. She always overflows her A actions as a discard because she has so many.
Woo! And when you discard them,
triggers off.
Get to do them.
Triggers off.
Yeah, that's why I love them. I'm an A girl.
Yeah, so that's a new segment we're going to do every 3 months. We're going to recap what we've been playing and this type of thing, this type of categories, and going over, like, you know, what's going on in our gaming life.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention this in the introduction, but our New Year's resolution was to track all of our games, and that's something that Nick has been doing for us using his phone. He's using an app to do it, and we're going to get a full picture at the end of the year of just how many games we played and how many did I win. Yeah.
If we want to talk about that, we don't have to.
We can break it down, you know, and see what game was most popular on Mondays or...
What day is most popular? Right now, spoiler, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
As we saw, right?
Yeah, we like Sunday. Lazy Sundays.
Yeah. But then there's football season, so we don't know what's going to happen. Then all bets are off.
Well, that's our segment, and look forward to another segment in 3 months' time. What are we doing in June or July? June.
End of June.
End of June. So we will have another video out, and we'll touch base then and let you know if anything has changed. It probably has because there's so many games. That video
will probably be up the next month, so it'll be July, early July. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below if you have any of these games that we've mentioned, or if you yourself have been tracking any of your plays and you'd like to join the conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more awesome gaming content. We will see you next time.